What's good? What's good? SJW live. One day late. Shout out anyone that's locked on. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I'm supposedly live on Twitch at the same time. Twitch.tv/NovaFlip. But I don't really know how that works yet. I ain't got no followers on there. Go follow it if you like to use that. I don't think the chat has the video has like a title and all of that the same way. I'm just going over there to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's there, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'll see the chat in the same way. I've got to work out how to feed it through to my software. But we'll work that out. But anyway, as usual, we've got a lot to get on with. One sec, I'm just checking that we're good on YouTube. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So we got Johnny Coombs said Yaga, Distant Planet TV said hearing you loud and clear. Shout out, yeah. I don't know if you've been here, not one I recognise, Distant Planet TV. Benj said watching on Twitch loud and clear and can hear you. Okay, so Benj, are you commenting from Twitch? Or are you commenting, or did you comment that from YouTube? Because that comment came through to my software. I thought I had to do something that I didn't have time to work out to get the comments through there. But either way, I'm here. It's been a mad week. I uploaded from last week a couple different racist people in the UK hip hop scene that we kind of exposed or whatever. They exposed themselves. And then videos got a lot more traction than I thought. So we're going to give a bit of an update on that to start off with. And then I want to get into this whole Diddy case. And I've got a load of stuff that I've been sent in the recent weeks. I've got a lot of stuff people asked me to respond to that I haven't looked at yet, right? So I'm going to try and get to some stuff that I've actually been asked to. Benj said I'm on YouTube. Sorry, bro, couldn't resist putting a spin on it. Well, you're just trying to make me feel good, yeah? You're just trying to let me feel good that it was working on Twitch. Distant Planet said I discovered you through the Slip Mac Katie Hopkins thing. I'm a rave promoter and dead against racism. Alright, man. Enough respect, man. Enough respect. I was going to try show something today, actually, as well, because someone, his name Kevin, sent me a link to another Katie Hopkins festival that's going on in Cumbria, where they've done something dodgy. They're calling it a private party to get away with not having to have a license to put on this festival in the field. I'm not going to attack Katie Hopkins every time she does a festival. My issue was that she had hip hop culture as part of it, because it's like that's black music culture, and you're trying to put that stuff together side by side. I'm not feeling that. I say have your own festival over wherever you want. Get Tommy Robinson, get everyone. You know what I'm saying? And then I will just leave you alone. But anyway, as we move, Johnny Coombs said that's dope to DPTV. Yeah, man, it's dope. We've got people on board from all of that stuff. So what I'm gonna do first, right? Let me get this on the screen. I'm just gonna do it big like this. So I just want to address this brother quickly. Yeah, obviously some people have seen this, but there's some updates, right? So I posted this video. UK hip hop DJ exposed a racist Katie Hopkins supporter. There was nothing to do with Katie Hopkins in the video, to be honest, but those videos were getting traction, so I put that in the title. He did come to my page being a Katie Hopkins supporter. That's how it kind of started, but I didn't even get to that part in the video. But I've gone to his page and realised he was just a raging lunatic, like proper racist, proper like anti-Palestine, pro-Israel, like saying weird things, like so many weird things, man. But check the video. I won't play it now, but I just wanted to show some updates on that, right? Because he was from a group called Censor, yeah. Ben said, "Are you against all isms at Distant Planet?" All isms, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, I know where Benji's gonna go with this, and Distant Planet said not jungleism. Yeah, they would nah, can't be against jungleism, but I know where Benji's probably gonna go with that, and he has my full support. But so Censor, this is the main update, and I'm not gonna show nothing on the screen, but the group Censor that this guy was from, right? Let me just make myself bigger while I'm explaining this. They were supposedly quite left wing, and it was quite wild how right wing and racist this guy was, right? So the lead vocalist from the group contacted me. I actually added him, but without saying anything. I just added him, and I was gonna shout him later. But he hit me up like, "Yo, I've heard about this thing. I'm really against racism. That guy's gone off the rails. Like, we don't even mess with him at all. He, I'm not gonna show the whole thing, or like say every detail, but basically, he was just wanted to assure me that they're not down with all of that, and I wanted to show him, just show him that respect by showing that here. And and the first thing that happened, was I got this comment before that from Agzilla Beats, right? Now, those who know me from Mod Family, they might know Agzilla, yeah? Also known as the Deck Wrecker. He's a UK hip-hop producer, legendary. He produced the first Mod Family EP, the group I'm from is Mod Family. He produced the first EP from Mod Family that was made before I was even in the group, and I was a fan of that EP. In fact, that EP was the first British hip-hop I ever heard, and I used to had instrumentals on it. I used to rap on them instrumentals all the time. So yeah, he's part of my people's, but also I've got my own history with his music. So it was random that I've made this whole video about this guy, who was the DJ for this group Censor, and it turns out that Agzilla is now their new DJ and basically has taken his position. So he said, "No, we're gonna post this here for the good of the Censor band to clarify the situation. The DJ in question has not been involved with Censor since he declared these views and was removed from the band and all ties severed. Censor has completely the opposite ethos to the racism expressed by that guy or Hopkins et al. I'm currently working with the band DJing on the new record, so non-racist DJ guaranteed." So yeah, big up Agzilla and big up Censor, I wanted to give that update just to clarify, that they've expressed that to me. And the lead vocalist, I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. And I spoke to him on Facebook, so it might be like I don't know if he's got a stage name that's separate, so I don't really want to say it anyway. But he said he's down to do an interview with me. I said he could come on here, but then I thought about it, and I thought, because me and Blade have got a podcast and they're from that era, he should come on the podcast with me and Blade and do it properly. So I'm trying to land it up, but it might take a while because he doesn't live in the country. But so DJ Orr, still calling himself Censor Orr, even though he's no longer in the group, also came and made a response. "Glad you enjoyed the video. You're funny. By the way, I get on very well with the band." So he's playing a very different. He's lying basically. "There is currently an original member who is a religious Jew who visits Israel. The only band member to block me was Haggis, who left the band 30 years ago, who tried to rejoin but was blocked by the band." So he commented that before the comment from Agzilla, by the way, yeah? And, I've been contacted personally by the band. They are not rocking with him one bit, yeah? Distant Planet said, "Censor did a lot of things that tie in with the Free Party movement, so I am sure generally they have sound ideals, seeing them about 20 years ago." Yeah, it seems so to me, man. It seems so. And like I say, I'm gonna get an interview with them. I don't want to show all of, I'm not gonna read all of this out. There was one comment from him that I felt like I could read, because he made, he's saying I absolutely wasn't removed from the band. Still got emails from when I told him. So he's just saying he left the band, but whatever, you left. Who cares? You're not with them. And blah blah blah. Me and him started arguing about nonsense because he's trying to tell me how I'm nobody or whatever. Anyone can pause this and read if it's of interest or go on the video. But there was something he said that I thought, nah, it's not even there. Alright, forget him. But what I'm gonna do now, is I'm gonna get up one of their other videos and do a reaction to one of their other videos, because I did a reaction last week, and I asked the vocalist, like, tell me a song that would kind of demonstrate your kind of ideals politically, so that I can show that on my show for the people who watched the last one as a follow-up. Distant Planet said that old guy read the comments and reeked of self-importance. Yeah, I mean, he kept saying, like, in some of the comments, he kept saying, yeah, I don't care about that band. Like, why would I want to be in it? They're like dried up band, old men. Like, why would you still be on stage? And I thought, well, that's art. It's creative. Like, I don't agree with that. But then at the same time, it's like, you're obsessed with telling everyone you used to be in this successful band. Like, your name on your thing still has the band name in it. So it's crazy, man. I got another one here. The Dons 180. I found your channel after hearing about the DJ from Sensor and them distancing themselves from him. I saw Sensor back in '94. One of the best live acts I've ever seen. Go listen to Stacked Up. It's sick. Heavy. So people are coming over from the Sensor thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And I thought if these guys are not really part of this, it might... we're talking about them, we're showing their music, right? So I'm going to show this other song. It's Stacked Up. I take it Stacked Up, and I think I heard that name. I take it that's the album, right? Because, I will give that a listen. But right now I've got this song called No Comply, which is what I was told to listen to. So we're going to play this one through just to give them some respect. And I am looking forward to it. It might, like I say, take a while, but getting them on the show bigger than us with me and Blade. But let's give this one a try, man. Actually, 1 second. 1 second. Having one little problem. Before I start pressing play on that, and then everything starts crashing. My hard drive just was suddenly full. Stacked Up is an album from '94. No Comply is on it. Alright, man, I'm gonna check it out. And when I get to interview them, we'll proper get into it. I'll have a proper listen to it before that, do you know what I mean? But alright, let's check this out though. Although, on a separate thing, there's no shots, but when I saw this, I did laugh, because obviously this sounds like no comply, sounds like a lot of that freedom movement stuff recently, which we've been finding a lot of racists in that movement. But oh well, this is where that juncture comes, where certain people who are anti-establishment go another way. Do you know what I'm saying? And like lean into something that's way over there. But anyway. Hold up. That's not playing. But I think I know why. Yeah. Anti-establishment go another way. Do you know what I'm saying? And
One
lean
second.
into something that's way over there. But anyway, I got something playing in the background from somewhere else. But hold up. It's myself, obviously. I've got a chat. I've just gone over to this will show me that the Twitch chat ain't coming through. I've never gone live on Twitch, so I don't even know what's happening. I did a test earlier and the video didn't even stay on the page. I don't know. I want the videos to stay there, obviously, but I've just got a video over there, a comment over there saying, please let me promote your channel, blah blah blah, some spam BS. Alright, cool though, we're back. Let's get this one back up and let's give it a go. I did say last time I need the lyrics, man. Johnny Coombs said I was gonna diss Hijack, but I bit my thumb. You was gonna diss Hijack where, bro? We were gonna talk about Hijack on podcast, and that when that whole incident happened, I was there. Do you know what I'm saying? I was there. I didn't actually see it on the stage though, but I saw one of them. I'm not forgetting the name. Comanche Slayer. I think I see him. I see some whole thing going. I'll tell the story at some point. I see something going on funny before it happened, where I clocked something was up. Alright, let's give these lot a go though. But I did say I might need their lyrics because these lot are fast, man. You know, like I said, man, this made me, just from the title, I thought, right, this is making me think of like COVID times and all of that. I don't know if they already did, but these guys should have pushed that song like during that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Ewan said, you guys should just text, no need to do it live. I feel you, bro. Yeah, we just text each other. We send pointers, but you're here, innit? You're here, you're watching. And what I do with these lives is I create content. You know what I'm saying? More than the live itself. I make videos that I can chop up and put into other things. But yeah. No, I'm feeling the vibe on this still. Alright, so I'm only catching bits of lyrics here, but yeah, there's some lyrics there that were anti-military, anti-police. You can see in the visuals as well. So already there's something I can find that's obviously not in line with DJ Orr, who seemed very pro-military, especially Israeli military. Okay. Combat 18, this is.
Time they get you, because children are all born the same and they play together until someone tells them lies. And they got me this way a long time ago, but this time they won't get me no.
See some Union Jacks waving in there, yeah. That might be a red flag, but you know, we'll allow him. Johnny Coombs said that was something I could listen to with my grunge mates. He says grudge mates, but I'm assuming you meant grunge, or yeah, let me know. Hold up. No, I need to pull up there. Need to pull up there because he just said something about BMP, so. Okay, that was Censor, No Compare, and yeah, I think he mentioned something about BMP when he was talking to me, but yeah, boom, from time man's got lyrics this in the BMP, the British National Party. I'm sure DJ Orr is pretty pro the BMP. If he's not, he's pretty pro whatever the next version of it is. So yeah, I just wanted to summarize that and give them a shout out. Couple other things I want to get into today before I get into the Diddy thing. So just this is more updates, right? So I'm gonna just show this on the screen, but I'm not here to show this video. But boom, so I put out a clip, right, from me and Terra Slim's podcast, and I said I realized David Icke is a racist. Actually, I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Fuck it, I'm gonna play a little bit of it because we'll just get to the bit where I kind of say that. David Icke, like, you know, like,
yeah,
man was reading David Icke books when I was 18.
Shout out
like,
Uncle David.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not uncle to me. It's your racist uncle. Yeah, actually, yes, uncle. I actually had an uncle, David, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? But he's not racist. But
David Icke, mate, David Icke's a good guy.
But all right, so I just looked at these guys as like, well, you just picked up a David Icke book for the first time. I read that 20 years ago, and then I realized what was bullshit in it and what wasn't. And then I started looking into him, and I started actually re-looking at this whole thing and like that kind of alternative information world, and realizing that he's one of those racists. I found all of those posts, remember? You saw it at the time. I found all those posts where he was attacking people for taking the knee, attacking any form of message against racism, what he was claiming. And let's ask you about
Let me ask you
this. I'm not going to play the whole thing, right? So I just wanted to play a little bit of that to give some context. So if I just... Let me flip it round, right? There's I'm going to get to this guy, right? Correct, not political. You see this guy here? He's usually in the comments. He's not here today, right? Look, the first comment on David Icke's racist. So what? This man don't care if he's a racist. But basically, I wanted to give some context to this. The comments ain't so much on here right now. But I got some comments obviously saying, what are you talking about? So I want to go to the original post where I showed this, right? Here, this was posted, October 16, 2020, 4 years ago, bloody hell. 2 days ago on my personal page, I made a statement at random that David Icke is a white supremacist. I hadn't really thought on it that deep, but his anti-BLM stance as a white man just wasn't sitting with me. This caused a lot of backlash and denial from his loyal followers, victims. Then I started to research a little, and the findings were insane. This man is a right-wing and racist extremist. So this is what I said at the time, right? And like, I've had this conversation with Terra a million times. Like, cool, people have issues with the Black Lives Matter movement. People in the black community have issues with it. That's one thing, right? But it's when you take a stance, especially as a white person, against every racial equality movement or conversation, then you leave no room for us to do anything, right? You leave no room for us to challenge racism. You're basically saying don't challenge it, because if you challenge it, I'm going to put it in this box over here where it's a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? The Dons 180 said, I'm pretty sure No Comply was written in response to the Criminal Justice Act that basically made raves and free parties illegals and tried to ban music with repetitive beats. Right, that's crazy, yo. So that's... Bruh, I'm glad you said that to me, man, because when I do finally interview them, I'm going to talk about that a lot, because that's like the 6ix9ine form or whatever it was that came years later for grime, where they used to shut down events, and like they've done this to hip-hop for years. So that means they was like fighting that same kind of hip-hop struggle from back then. Do you know what I'm saying? Repetitive beats. Also has an anti-racism message calling out the BNP and Combat 18. Yeah, man, 100%. So I'm just going to get into some of these pictures though, right? Because I didn't just make this up that David Icke's a racist, yeah? So he's posting a meme that says, celebrate a Marxist revolutionary front funded by the 1% to divide and rule people. Yeah, all this talking about racism divides us. I want to swear, you know what I'm saying? Like rubbish. Yeah, it's absolute rubbish. The only thing that talking about racism divides is racist people and non-racist people, yeah? So he goes, another BLM fake racist cop killer narrative dismantled. And this is when George Floyd was murdered, by the way. So he's saying that the George Floyd murder was a racist cop killer, a fake racist cop killer narrative. So you can never tell me a man who says that George Floyd's murder is a fake racist cop killer narrative is not a complete racist. That's wild, yeah? But the mob riot anyway, because the mob always does. And then it gets into the conspiracy of billionaire masters' demand to make people kind of get dragged into it. Absolute rubbish, racist nonsense. Britain's Got Talent has lost nearly 1 million views since Black Lives Matter performance. Attacking Britain's Got Talent for a Black Lives Matter performance. Attacking, unapologetic bigot dividing America with reverse racism. Yeah, nonsense. Not black enough. South African party calls for banning whites and foreigners from becoming members. Again, all these guys love talking about South Africa. All racist people do this. Meghan and Harry haven't been criticised because of her colour, but because she's selfish. Again, another race conversation. It attacks every race conversation, David Icke. Madman. Yeah? How US schools are teaching self-hatred and racism against white kids and calling it anti-racism. Because white people are all against white privilege. When everything is racism, it never is. Another one. Typical racist stunts. Oh, everything's racism because we don't let us talk about racism. No, we don't say everything's racism. We're saying specific things are racism. And you can't have that conversation. You brush it off as everything. Doreen Lawrence says Grenfell tragedy was linked to racism. Obviously, again here, saying it wasn't linked to racism. Of course it's linked to racism when a council doesn't treat an area with the same safety measures when it's not all white people that live there, when non-white people are the majority live there. Of course that's racism. Like, you have to be a complete idiot to not realise that's racism. Attacking Mr. Hamilton just because F1 drivers won't perform a Freemasonic, and all this throwing Freemasonic in there because you won't take the knee for racism. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton. Whiteness to blame for Minneapolis riots. I don't even know what he means there. And then we go on attacking. I don't know what that is. But yeah, we'll come out of that for a second. So that's David Icke and his racism, and I just wanted to put it in there to show it clearly, and so I can chop this up and put it into a video for the people seeing it on YouTube, so they see the context, right? And then I found out about his son, Gareth Icke, because when I posted this, people started tagging his son, like, yo, look, what am I saying about your dad? You should get Gareth on go live with Gareth, as if he's gonna body me or whatever, yeah. I should invite him to do something at some point. I wasn't that active at the time, yeah. Where are you on Graham Hancock and his ilk? I'm not quite sure. Why I don't know who that is off the top of my head, and that's probably me being very stupid. But I don't know quite what you're referring to off the top of my head. Anyway, Gareth Icke. So I put a next post, the apple in the tree, and his stuff's similar, but worse. Right, look, Terra Slim's just jumping up there, putting our conversation on the screen. One sec. What's Terra Slim saying to me? He's not even messaging me, man. I just jumped up because it was on the screen. Alright, so Gareth Icke. OFFS. Brits asked to kneel on doorstep in protest against George Floyd death. I don't remember whether they were asked or not, but why are you on the internet taking an active stance against anyone doing anything to make a message against racism? Why would you be against all of that? F is this nonsense, attacking Black Pound Day, which I think is the thing, was that if it wasn't started by Swiss from So Solid, he was very involved in pushing it. I think he has an actual shop in Westfield and all of that now. I don't know if it's under the same name, I can't remember that rightly, but I'll look that up. Yeah, so attacking black culture, attacking people supporting black businesses, like openly attacking people supporting black businesses. And what does he say? The F is this nonsense to supporting a black business. Wow. I've been accused of casual racism for my Sturridge comment. His lips are big. Couldn't care less about race. Look at Leslie Ash. So mocking black people for having big lips on the internet openly. Someone said, would it be racist to say you sound like Kebab Shop Ali G? Yeah, of course it would be racist, but I don't, innit? What it would be is you looking like a nerd who has no context of culture, never been around real rude boys in your life, and you'd never ever be able to be around me and actually say that. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy your little moment on the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm from, like Ali G and people who are fake and me, we don't have the, like, there is no connection. So one second, my daughter's messaging me saying, is that loud? I can't hear nothing, so I guess not. I'll ask her if she's playing music or something. I can't hear nothing. So, or is she saying I'm being loud? You know what I'm saying? Distant Planet TV said yawn. Yeah, like the LG comments is whatever. You carry it on, and it's just, yeah, it's racist. You lot want to mock how black people talk and say that I talk black and whatever. Cool. Yeah. Like, only racist people have ever said that to my whole life. Black people don't say that to me. Like, weirdos. Anyway, we move. This race-baiting CUNT is a member of parliament attacking David Lammy for posting a song about white privilege. Sam Fender. I don't even know if I ever heard that. I might have to. We might have to do a reaction to that, man. Oh, my daughter said her hairdryer. She's asking if her hairdryer is. She's so considerate. Look at that. Love that. Whatever people's opinions on White Lives Matter. So now he's going all the way White Lives Matter. That White Lives Matter banner flown over Manchester City ground. I remember that story. And they're entitled to them. Given it's being investigated by multiple police forces, I have two questions. Has a crime been committed? Is the statement on the banner untrue? No, of course it's not untrue, but we know that it doesn't need to be said. Only racists feel like it needs to be said against Black Lives Matter, because it was only said in reaction to, because they want to really they wanted to say Black Lives don't matter. That's what they want to say on their banner. Lawrence Fox vocalised the views of the majority of regular people in this country, aka racists. The fact he's now being attacked for it shows out of touch and new hijack mental left is. So he's, Lawrence Fox supporter. Gleam said, "No, we can't. No, we can hear any hot air out here, except for the Asperger." I don't even know what he's referring to there, but yeah. Oh, do F off with this racism. BS. Garafax says, when someone has shared something about Sunderland has a lot of racist xenophobes, never really want to go there. So cool. Someone's calling that racism. He's attacking them for it. He's a mug, basically. This guy is a mug. Yeah, waste man. Yeah, the attacking inclusive model shoot. Like or dislike Boris Johnson, I'm certainly the latter. Can someone explain how his comments about the burqa are racist? Defending Boris Johnson's very well established racist burqa comments. What race is it? It's a religion. All that nonsense these racists say. Blah, 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 blah. Want to stop racism, stop being obsessed with race. Again, they want us to stop talking about it so that we don't address it, so that we don't stop it. Because he enjoys racism. He enjoys a racist society because Gareth Icke and David Icke are both racists. That's proven, done, dusted, and over. So we'll leave that there. Right, I want to get onto Diddy. We got to get onto Diddy, and I'm going to just... It's a mad one. I'm just going to watch some random videos. I might flick through. We're going to play some stuff about this recent accusation and lawsuit that's been brought against him. But I'll say off the jump that, Diddy had a lawsuit brought to him with accusations from his ex Cassie. She supposedly asked him for 30 million or something in the lawsuit, but revealed a lot of information about his abuse and people can look it up and see it. Most people have seen it, right? He paid her the next day, so most people are 50% looking off, well, he's guilty because why would you pay her the next day, 24 hours? So he's been getting rinsed for that. The issue is now, this new suit's come forward, and Diddy's always been. There's always rumors and jokes and stuff about Diddy being gay. Yeah, 50's even been pushing them for years. So this new one is a lot more focus on him being gay than being on the actual abuse, and I just find that interesting. I think people are more interested in Diddy gay stories than they are in abuse against women or men stories. So we're just gonna get this one up. Diddy accused for sexual assault by Love album producer Little Rod. So I just want to play something. It's from the Breakfast Club just to get some
News is real. That's hilarious. Jessica Robin Moore.
context of the
Just don't
story.
do no lies.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Just with the Mets sign, this is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stack.
So social media accused Charlamagne the God of
What did I
throwing
do now?
subs. Don't worry about it. I'm reporting it, and you are not exempt.
Wow.
Throwing subs to academics. So on an episode of Brilliant Idiots, when you sat
I
down
don't
with
wanna hear
Andrew
about
Schultz,
So
Charlamagne
this might be their news thing.
Don't mention that.
This must be their news thing where they cover a few things. So I'm gonna flip through to get some.
No, ever again.
But he got it.
I thought you was talking about Usher. I thought you was talking about Diddy. I didn't know what you was talking about.
I said put in the comments, Daddy's not coming home.
How do
so-
y'all come to the conclusion that I was
avoiding his podcast like y'all brand new or
that was
whatever.
a year ago?
Okay, but I mean, let's just.
Do we say she's talking to one person?
No, she's talking about a bunch of.
King of Sting's in the chat. King of Sting, I got your video ready to pull up later. So he said he heard Diddy was a gay Jew. What do you even mean by that, bro? Johnny Coombs said, "Don't take my last comment as homophobic." I didn't. Where was the homophobic comment? I didn't get that.
No,
But
because
we
she
know the one she's talking
pluralized.
about.
Yeah, she pluralizes sons, and she has never ever beat. So it's like we're
Giving
you
deadbeat.
know.
God bless all my sons.
Who are your sons?
For Diddy, he is claiming that Diddy repeat word line.
Okay,
Moving on. Diddy being accused of sexual assault by male employee.
Oh my God, no.
Yes, oh my God, yes. Rodney Jones is a former producer and videographer for Diddy. He is claiming that Diddy repeatedly sexually assaulted him. This lawsuit is so long. It's so many things that, he's claiming Diddy did. Upon those claims, he claimed that Diddy groped his genitals and touched his butt. He believes that Diddy was grooming him to have sex. He says that Diddy downplayed it just like as a joke, like, we just playing around.
Just horse playing.
Yeah. When he would call him out about it, or he would.
Yeah, that's that. That kind of playing around. Yeah, King of Sting said, "Free the straight man." Yeah, but King of Sting, yeah. I bet you're the type of guy to play around like that, though. I bet you are. You like weird racist white guys like playing around like that, and I got nothing against that. But yeah, do your thing.
To say anything about it. He also claimed that Diddy forced him.
Actually, I do have something against that if it's not consensual, obviously. But if you and your mates like doing weird stuff, that's fine. Like I know a lot of guys that that I grew up with, the white racist guys. They were just a bit into that. I don't know the kind of stuff they're describing there.
Diddy forced him to watch a video of Stevie J having sex with another man, but he didn't provide that video or anything. He said that he believes he was possibly drugged and raped, and that there were plenty other allegations that I just choose not to speak on. And when the news of the lawsuit came out, fans found footage that Rodney released weeks ago claiming that he was stealing his publishing rights also. It's number one.
I took a year off straight working on this album. That album is the Love album, Off the Grid by Diddy, and it's Grammy nominated right now as we speak. Diddy will request certain works to be done and tell us don't go to sleep until it's done. And I've tried to get my business straight with this. They're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies. And on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I don't have the monies that it's going to take to fight him in court. So I'm just asking if you're in support, please. The link is in my bio to my GoFundMe.
But this is a contract that you signed. Like, you still signed it. You knew it was BS. You knew it was pennies. You know all of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, people read and don't be so like starstruck about who you're working with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. He also launched a GoFundMe page called Help Me Sue Sean Diddy Combs on February 5th. And the page raised $1,500 out of a $50,000 goal. So apparently he did raise enough money to actually sue him. It's just crazy. Just read.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting when it comes to those recording contracts because, I don't know why people.
So we've been distracted, moved on to recording contracts. This doesn't seem to go into much details about the actual lawsuit that was taken against him. And some of the details that I know just off the top of my head, right, is that it referenced people that Diddy was supposedly to have had sexual relationships with, that are not in the suit, but it's like he's trying to paint a picture of the circumstances, right, and of abuse and the patterns of abuse. So he says Usher and Meek Mill. And Meek Mill has made. I got some videos here of them responding. I guess I'll get that bit up, right? So Meek Mill. It's another Breakfast Club video. And there's some funny, it's sent a lot to the internet funny. There's been a lot of funny like clips of Meek Mill and Diddy and stuff like that. But yeah.
Asked the Diddy allegations. So earlier this week I reported Lil Rod, one of the former producers that was working with Diddy, in the court documents, his lawsuit against Diddy, they started circulating. One of the allegations was that Diddy had sex with a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Immediately, people identified the rapper.
Yeah, that was the disrespect. It's like, I saw the thing, it had like the name redacted. It was like the rapper redacted, and then underneath it said Philadelphia rapper who had a relationship with Nicki Minaj. As if we don't all know who that is. I'm saying in public.
But it's Meek Mill. And Meek Mill put his Twitter fingers back to work. We ain't seen him do this in a minute, but this stuff got him steaming, y'all. Meek also claimed that the rumor was sparked to shift focus from his new music. And I didn't know that he had a new EP coming out called Heathenism. So a lot of this should actually direct a lot of people there.
Yeah, that's a very bad argument as well. When you start going, oh my God, this is like, what's his name? The other idiot. Not other idiot. Meek Mill's cool. I rock with Meek. He ain't done nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if you had this relationship, he ain't done nothing wrong. Yeah, when they start going, oh my God, the system's against me. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tory Lanez, I'm thinking of. Like, Tory Lanez, oh my God, they're trying to stop my project. Yeah, they put you in jail for 10 years just because you was trying to put out an album.
Yeah, but he was going off, and one tweet he said, when I got a girl around me, I'm effing her twice a day. Add some of your favorites. Vagina don't control what. Now I can't say the word, but you know
can
I
say
use.
vagina.
You can say vagina.
Nah, I know, but I can't say his word.
No, you cannot say that word.
Yeah, all right. Y'all be so scared. Y'all be so scared.
Yeah, we so scared.
All right, don't be scared. All right, vagina don't control me, but it's like a high. One love to the gay people, but that juicy vagina do it for me. I done ran red lights, and first of all, Meek, damn. I done ran red lights to get that feeling. Y'all weird.
This is the thing. Yeah, this is what I see people mocking. They was like, yo, you're overcompensating too much, bro. I saw a comedy. I'm going to find this comedy thing that was like, yo, Meek, like, I don't think he's gay, but he's saying all the wrong things to make us think he's not.
On here like devils, LOL. And then he had another tweet. He said, y'all see these rappers with gay styles, they want that look. Leave that to them. I come from that gangsta-ass surviving in the jungle. There's a lot of gays that survive in the jungle too.
Meek, stop explaining yourself to people.
Yeah,
you don't have to convince nobody, man.
Yes. He said, now y'all want to see how bad they want to stop you when you drop independent music. That's going to get played regardless and make millions. A whole campaign the day before I drop. I be crushing through the internet as too easy. And the last one too it's too long for me to read. He basically going
I feel
in.
bad for Meek. And the reason I feel bad for
I
Meek
do
is
too.
You know, we've never heard this about Meek or seen this energy about Meek. Meek is a dope rapper, but I think sometimes Meek falls victim to I have to explain myself because they be playing with my name.
Yeah.
And the more.
All right, that's enough of that, man. To be honest, yeah, I'm talking about the story because it's like the current big story in hip hop or whatever. But I'll be real, like, this is mad boring, man. This story is mad boring. Like, who cares, man? I don't even care if these men are gay, innit? I'm social justice warrior, and I don't care if they was gay, but I care about the abuse. You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about the abuse, cool. But that's not everyone's focused on Meek Mill being gay. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna show this little sketch though. It was Andrew Schultz, Andrew Schultz is a comedian who oh my God! So Meek Mill has responded to him as well. But I want to just see the joke first before he responds. Is Meek Mill gay? Right, let's get this one up. First, yeah. Is Meek Mill gay? Oh man, people got time. Johnny Combs said, I don't think he's gay, but no, I'm saying, but it's just, look, let me let my man say it. I'm not a comedian. This guy's funny, innit?
I was gay happy. I was like, Meek Mill. Guys, it was... I'll be honest with you, I don't think Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay. But he is incredibly bad at proving he's straight. He is maybe the worst in history at doing that. When someone accuses you of being gay, you don't get on Twitter and go, I love pussy so much, it's so juicy and wet, it's my favorite thing. I just put my dick in it and squeezes my dick in it, it's so juicy and it's so wet. He was like, I even had sex with a girl on her period. That's how you know I love women. He tweeted that and I was like, oh, he thinks that's disgusting. And you know who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Nah, but shout out Meek, bro. Shout out Meek, man. He's done a lot of amazing things with prison reform, right?
Yep.
Get
Big
all
him
them
up.
gay dudes out so he can suck their dicks.
I didn't even see that bit.
Motherfuckers in jail. We need them on the streets so I can bust them cheeks. I'll put them back in his dirt bike or the front, whatever. You know?
Nah, that was epic. That was actually epic. Yeah, my man's funny still, but sometimes I find him a bit right wing or whatever. But alright, Meek Mill responds to him. Yeah, let's just well, there's a few clips about him responding. I want to choose the shortest one, to be honest, but I also want to choose the one. Yeah, I've never heard of this channel. I wanted to go with one of the channel I know, but forget about that.
YouTube. Chicks.
Chicks and Smooth. Never heard of it. Probably massive.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your
Body selective politicking. Life would be a lot simpler if people just came out and admitted, yo, there's certain people that I'll give passes to, and there's other people that I'm not willing to bend for.
I'm not just
Meek Mill
listening to
is
this guy's
not
voice.
making a good case for himself. Show in Philly, which is actually...
Alright, forget that. That guy, that was the wrong choice, that video, innit? That guy sounded boring as hell. We're going to another one. Yeah, Breakfast Club. I would go Breakfast Club again, but Breakfast Club is annoying because I find like they talk about so much other stuff.
News is real. That's hilarious. Jessica Robin Moore just don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring
other women from being as desperate as she was, and she on this press run, and,
See how easy that
and
is,
he
Meek?
made sure my guy.
See how easy
No,
that
you're
is,
still
Meek?
talking. You think
I think Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay. You are being gay. You don't get
We don't need to hear
oh,
that
he
again.
thinks that's disgusting. And you know who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Shout out Meek, man. He's done a lot of amazing things with prison reform, right? Getting all them gay dudes out so he can suck their dicks. Probably a bunch of fine-ass motherfuckers in jail.
You got that's a little bit much. Andrew.
Jesus.
That is the bit.
They couldn't
I'm
even
gonna
play
close
it.
bump for Andrew Schultz. That's my guy, co-host Brilliant Idiots podcast. That you can't be inviting people to talk about sucking D. Now.
Okay.
That's a
Comically,
little bit
too
much.
far.
from a comic
Hilarious.
hilarious. Like what? Devoured the joke, and it was even longer than that. But I just was like, all right, no, since I only got 3 minutes for my news, I can't include the whole joke. That was hilarious though. Now, because of your association, your affiliations with people, Meek will probably never come here.
Can you read Meek's tweet?
Oh gosh. Okay, so
Oh, he made a
Meek
tweet
You a messy,
said,
yo. You a
when I
messy.
got a girl around me, I'm effing her twice a day.
The
Oh,
one
which
in
one?
response to Schultz.
Oh my God! No, okay. They didn't give me that.
Oh,
But no,
Charlamagne got it. See,
I
he got it.
This is what
course he
made
could.
me say Meek. We gotta be quiet. Like
How to Meek respond?
That's
he
his boy though. They got a
responded to Andrew
podcast
Schultz's
together.
joke by saying, the first time I laughed at being gay,
Oh my God!
but don't with me in real life, I may swing. LOL. Meek, you gotta learn how to use commas.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't know that was about him. I thought it was just a funny gay like sounding tweet because he said, "Don't something to me in real life. Don't call me gay in real life. I may swing." As if, you know what I'm saying? But it, it sounded like something else. I'm saying he may swing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Meek gotta be more grammatically correct. You don't say the first time I laughed at being gay.
No, he's supposed to say.
Oh, that as well. Yeah, wow.
He know what he meant.
Laughed at
Not
people
why you
being
fighting
gay.
all these gay
No,
allegations.
exactly. We trying to help you, Meek. You ain't giving us nothing
He
to work
should have
with.
said this is the first time that I laughed at all
gay
these gay allegations.
Yes.
But does he have PR?
Laughed at
He
him
probably don't have
being
PR.
gay.
He probably don't. Well, he probably do have PR. He don't listen to them.
Talked it into the phone.
We're talking about, and just think about all of the people that Meek be around, like the white people who don't understand slang, right? So they said the first time I laughed at being gay, even though that should have been the first time I laughed at gay allegations. But then he said, but don't with me in real life, I may swing.
Ooh.
See,
You understand what I'm saying? I know he means swinging a punch.
Yeah.
But if you don't know no
don't
better,
play with me.
I may swing on you. That's what he said.
Yeah, don't play with me.
But if I don't know that,
think
and I'm
he a
just
swinger.
reading that, exactly.
And I'm
That's why we-
gay. Then I'm like, oh, you going to swing?
So now you understand why we want Meek to be quiet?
Anyway, enough of this, man. Johnny Coombs said Cat designed the Breakfast Club set. Cat Williams. You said something about it before. I didn't read that comment, but I didn't understand. I don't know. Is that something that happened? Or you just saying it looks like that? King of Sting said you're right wing extremist. Expand on that, bro. Expand on that. I guess you're saying because I'm joking at gay humor and all of that. But listen, man, we got to be able to laugh, man. You know what I'm saying, and anyway, that wasn't any anti-gay jokes. You know what I'm saying, it was anti Meek Mill, if anything. It was just aimed at Meek Mill. Oh man. Alright. One more thing on that. One more thing we're gonna look at about. Do you know what? I'm not, man. We're just gonna keep it moving, man. We're gonna keep it moving. I was gonna look at the gigs. 'Cause obviously people have been coming at gigs as well, yeah. Because he's been hanging out with Diddy and so I was gonna just show his response. But I can't be bothered. I think I've actually realised, sitting here going over this story, it made me realise I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Talk about the abuse, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, actually, no, we're going to go back to it. We are going to go back to part of it because, alright, we are going to go back to part of it. Because King of Sting said you're not allowed to laugh, it's racist. Well, that's obviously not true, bro. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just one of those, this is those stupid comments. Oh, you guys make everything racist. No, we don't. I don't make everything racist. I just make you racist for doing racist things, King of Sting. King of Sting is an established racist for anyone who doesn't know. But he's still a loyal viewer, so anyway, welcome to the show. This is an academics one, right? He's addressing gigs, but it's like he pulls up Young Spray's tweets, which is interesting. You know, I thought, I'm not going to go into that, but people who know, you know, Gigs and Spray have got a history and all of that.
Yo, no one can't ever bring no funny shit around Batman. Let's not forget who we're dealing with. Let's cut the crap.
So that's what Gigs had to say.
And I guess, you know, him and Diddy had like a really good friendship. So I think people were saying, oh shit, if we're not finding out Diddy's gay, let's look at all the niggas he's mad close with, okay? So when are you in a public?
So this Big Bad Spray on Twitter, yeah, so it looks like SN1 Diddy needs to get his money out again, yo, and he's at Gigs. When are you going to publicly denounce this serial sexual assaulter? And this is one level. I know obviously he's getting at him because of their issues and whatever, but that's the bit I do respect, you know what I'm saying, is Spray over here, 50 Cent over there, are the only people actually calling him out on the actual conduct and behaviour that's gone on, yeah? And, you know, 50 Cent said he's doing a surviving R. Kelly style documentary, he's got it all signed off, everything, and that's happening. Yeah. Johnny Coombs said I ain't heard of the Gigs thing. So basically, it's just as simple as that, innit? Gigs and Diddy are very close, and Gigs was over here doing a show and having a birthday party over here, like, and everything, like literally days before those allegations all came out. And a lot of people were saying they think he knew it was coming, because these lot usually get warned when something like this coming in the media. So he knew that was coming, so he was kind of hiding out over here. And basically, just anyone who hangs out with Diddy that much, it's like everyone's making it suspect. You know what I'm saying? I see people sharing a meme or video of like Giggs and Diddy, and they're walking, and Diddy's holding his hand for a bit too long in a handshake, and they're making it like into a thing like, what's he doing to his hand? Is this a dominant power thing and blah blah? So that's what Giggs is responding to, and it like cut the crap. Like, you know, I've never had anything like that around me, so why would you say that now, kind of thing. And then I don't know if you say you ain't heard of the Giggs thing, whether you mean the spraying Giggs thing, but you know, I leave Spray to talk about that because that's sensitive. But Spray talks about it all the time nowadays. Well, he he talks about him all the time, and he kind of insinuates to it, right? And you know, when it happened, I actually had Spray on my radio show, and I was the first proper interview about it, but we didn't end up putting the interview out because a little bit of time passed and then Spray didn't want it going out. But it's what it is, man. Alright, so that's that.
Lee denounced as serial sexual assaulter. Are you still dealing with him slyly? Yo, 50, get the scrap. That was it.
Yeah, I just find it funny that he doesn't know anything about.
Let me go to that page. Young Spray.
that made me laugh. But I watched this already, and he gets distracted now, and he doesn't actually.
Spray. Hold on, let me.
Oh, he goes pause on the name. Young Spray.
Let me find that video first. What the fuck?
But Spray says that about himself. You know what I'm saying? He's the white minister. So anyway, yeah. King of Sting, I'm literally the Grand Wizard trying to drive the Muslim Brotherhood out of Wigan and back to Port. This guy, I literally got racist people who follow my show, who are fans, who come here and write racist stuff about their life, and he means that. He definitely means that. Oh, well, what am I gonna do with them, man? Another video says Diddy is disgusting. I'm gonna keep it moving now. So there's a bunch of people's YouTube channels that I want to address. Do you know what? I'm going to do something for King of Sting since you're here. Because a lot of the people that I would respond to on these other videos are not here. Or like they ask me to do videos and they're not here. So I'm going to do it anyway. They can watch it back. Do you know what I'm saying? But, so, King of Sting asked me to react to Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 5. Now, I don't know this rapper. I've heard his name before. This was Gleam said, you mean the same Wigan famous for Northern Soul? Love that, Gleam. Tell him again, man. So I was reacting to Tom McDonald and that when King of Sting told me to react to this. So I don't know if it's like that kind of content, like racist white people rap, or it's just some rap stuff, or just music that he likes. If it's just boring and not nothing like for me to like cuss about, and it's just a good song, well, we can do that as well. But we'll see. What are you saying, King of Sting? Is there something in the content I should look out for here? Let's do it though.
There's a lot of opinions floating around these days, and I got my own. You know, they may not be publicly acceptable. They may get me canceled. But
okay, straight away. They may get me cancelled, and he's got a rifle or gun of some sort, and he's on a roof looking like a school shooter or some nutter. Yeah, and King of Sting said there's only one Wigan.
But it's my goddamn American right to speak 'em. And if you got a problem with that, suck my dick. In a world made for the weak, the meek, the beta males and the sheep. Too soft for debate. If they don't agree, then they just blind.
Alright, I'm gonna pull this up to listen to the lyrics properly. But already, yeah, is this the right song? Yeah, Raw Thoughts 5. Already, compared to Tom McDonald, this sounds much better. You know, like I say, Tom McDonald's a shit rapper. He really is a shit rapper. Like, he's shit at rapping. Like, the sound is horrible to listen to. This still sounds a bit very Eminem. There's something similar in his voice to Tom McDonald's slightly, but the production is much tighter. The drums and all that was kind of nice. But he's already talking about beating males, and the content is already horrifically horrible to listen to, and white people should not be doing this kind of stuff in hip hop. It's a disgrace. Let's just be honest. But like the fact is, like King of Sting here in the comments, like King of Sting is a known racist person. Like I've exposed him with a racist rant video he sent to me before. I will show that on this show just for context of who he is, who asked me to listen to this song. So it shows Tom McDonald. This is the main thing. Tom McDonald makes music for racist people. They're his target fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know about this one yet. Well, it seems like very similar so far.
Speak 'em. And if you got a problem with that, suck my dick. In a world made for the weak, the meek, the beta males and the sheep. Too soft for debate. If they don't agree, then they just block and try to censor whatever you speak. Only like minds on the timeline that they see. They anti this and anti that. So close-minded, really, they just anti-facts. And you can show them the proof, but if it doesn't all align with their views that they've been programmed with from the news, then they don't want to hear it, or even fucking be near it. See, the truth is too much for their spirit, that's why they fear it. They try to tell me no, but fuck it, I'ma say it anyway. I've been waiting for the government to kill me any day. What the fuck, I'm not important enough? Must I talk about the vax, how they poisoning us?
So he ain't really... the only thing I took issue with that beta male nonsense, because I have my opinions about that, but whatever, it's not that deep, to be honest. He started with the nonsense about, oh my god, cancel everybody, yeah, which is usually right-wing racist people who talk about that, but he hasn't said anything like that's directly about. It's very generic. It's like, oh my god, they're trying to stop us, he hasn't actually made any position on anything so far. So I can't really position him anywhere. Now he's going into the vax stuff, so anti-COVID, so cool. We've established a very close connection between the anti-COVID and freedom people and racism, but not always, so we can't just put that together.
Talk about the vax, how they poisoning us, or the Vatican and all the little boys that they touch. I'm not scared.
Fair.
Shit, it's not like I'm avoiding this stuff. Yeah, the First Amendment still lives on through me and certain other motherfuckers who ain't on TV. We the last dinosaurs alive in AD. When we're gone, then you'll really know that freedom ain't free. But if everybody got to showing some balls, these agendas they've been pushing will be slow to a crawl. But y'all so fucking soft, obeying and going along.
Again, it's like these agendas that they're pushing. Which agendas? You're just being generic. Like, you're not... Do you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Like, I'm not looking for a way for him to be wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, this whole freedom of speech thing is usually right-wing or racist, but, you know, it's not... I can't make him wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, generically, if we're just talking all these things like, agendas are... Like, I think there's agendas I've got issues with, so I might agree. But it's just say which agenda in it so that I know where you're at.
Sitting there triggered over a song, I know the type. Got a Black Lives Matter sign on the front porch.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And they love using Black Lives Matter to attack black people, essentially, because they go, it's just the movement we're against. Yeah, excuses. Let's pull this up. Triggered by a song for a start, and now let's hear what he says about Black Lives Matter. Fucking hell, this song's 7.5 minutes. Am I gonna be here all week?
Along, sitting there triggered over a song, I know the type. Got a Black Lives Matter sign on the front porch. Never had a black person in the house. Yeah, it's time to call them out. Virtue signal motherfuckers ain't about shit. They just running at the mouth with these pre-programmed.
I can't. I'm saying I'm gonna get caught out maybe today. You know, I might get caught out because I'm actually like, this guy's gonna be racist. He's gonna be wrong, but I didn't find anything wrong with what he said there, because he's saying you got a Black Lives Matter sign on your front porch, but you never had a black person in your house. So he's calling out, you know, what they call liberal, that fake kind of thing. I guess that's what they call social justice warrior. I don't really believe those people exist that much, and I think there is an issue in. Yeah, there is an issue in like you're trying to make an issue with that sign, Black Lives Matter sign being there. Do you know what I'm saying? But King of Sting said he can't explain his entire position. You love it though, innit? Yeah, I know. I get cussed for like stopping every couple of lines, but if I don't stop every couple of lines, I won't respond. That's the way my brain works. Well, alright, maybe I'll try to let it play for a bit.
Points of view and these ludicrous facts. Asian hate, stop acting like you knew about that. If you need a safe space, there's some room in the back with fresh vaginal wipes you could use while I rap. Pussy, yeah, it helps them all sleep at night, knowing they signed a petition for equal rights for transgenders, talking like it's their fight, when in reality they never met one in their life. They don't donate or actually do nothing about it. They just sit there sipping Mountain Dew on their couches while they clapping for each other and circle jerking themselves. Applaud the loss of freedom and cancel those who rebel. And I'm the bad guy because I'm white and not.
Alright, here we go. Now he's really showing himself. Yeah, I mean, he's about to go, I'm the bad guy because I'm white. So, he's the racist I thought he was. But, the thing, Johnny Coombe said, I'm going to bounce. I need an hour of comedy before I get up the wooden hill. I respect that, man, because this is too serious over here. Love for tuning in, though, bro. Yeah. He's basically attacking anyone who talks about trans rights, the people who support it, going, oh, you're all fake, yeah, you're all social justice warriors, exactly. He's basically, this song's about me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's a prick,
Those who rebel, and I'm the bad guy.
And he says, and those who rebel against what do you mean rebel? By being the one who discriminates against the groups that we're asking for equality for. So we're talking about people asking for equality, and you're saying when I rebel against asking for equality. Like, that's a bit of a dumb thing to say, nah?
Freedom and cancel those who rebel. And I'm the bad guy because I'm white and not gay, which means that I'm a bigot and discredits what I say. But
because I'm white and not gay. Alright, yeah, he's worse than Tom McDonald, man. He's like, that line is worse than Tom McDonald. He's just that, oh my god, you can't be white anymore, you can't be straight. Like, nonsense.
I'd rather have some toxic masculinity than have an inner bitch in me, bitch, so suck a dick of 3. See, the algorithm's keeping you lost, and now you're caught in an echo chamber of your own thoughts. Let me talk while I can and speak to all my support.
King of Sting said rebel against the agenda. No, the agenda is racism. White supremacy is the agenda. So to be a rebel against equality, the equality agenda is the good agenda. So to be a rebel against that agenda, make sure you're piece of SHIT. Yeah. And then he said, I'd rather be toxic masculinity. Yeah. So you'd rather be part of the epidemic of killing and harming women. Like, this guy's an absolute dirtbag. Distant Planet TV said, who is this guy? His name's Chris Webby, and if you see King of Sting in the chat, he asked me to play this and do a reaction to it because he's obviously a fan. And I've been doing a lot of reactions basically to white rappers who are kind of, this is why the Katie Hopkins thing was so kind of important to me, because I've been doing this, I've been calling out and realizing there's all these white rappers who are using black music to make racist songs, basically. I mean, completely racist, anti-black songs, anti-equality songs, completely against everything that hip-hop stands for. And like King of Sting here, he's like a racist guy from Terror's Facebook page, and he doesn't like hip-hop. He's not a hip-hop guy. Yeah, so people who don't like hip-hop are now loving this music. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really, right. It's disgusting, man.
Lawyers, threats, and gag orders. Because nowadays that's the American way. With this false administration that has led us astray. They want the country to heal, but they don't spell with an A. What they mean is to obey and do whatever they say. But we tired of that. So when I'm here to rap, I got a duty to the people to bring light to the facts. Never see a day I'm taking it back. If I gave a shit, then I'd use a mask for wiping my ass. And when it comes to the shot, I don't care if you got it. Why you care if I didn't? I'm not understanding the logic. Shit, it's such a hot topic, you can get them in malls. I just got my 8th booster, fucking round of applause. People scared to say it, so they just say nothing instead. So let me make myself clear so they don't twist what I said. Hell yeah, I'll get the shot with a gun to my head after they pull the trigger and they vaccinate me dead. And I ain't no Democrat, I ain't no fucking Republican either. These motherfucking raw thoughts. I'm a free-thinking citizen of the United States of America, goddamn.
These lot love calling themselves free thinking when they're literally just following everything else they're told. It's so dumb. Like, I thought of something a minute ago there that well, I'll wait. It's probably a summary of the whole thing. But this guy's all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, you're like, oh, the government, the agenda, the this and that. Yeah. But everything you're supporting is the government agenda. The government agenda isn't actually anti-racist. It's not actually pro-trans. Like the government agenda is completely the opposite. That really they just, have to appear to do certain things. They don't actually care. The media still right wing. Like it's all of the mainstream actual stuff going on, and the like real, it's still very white supremacist. So no, the agenda is what you're doing here. You're doing an extreme version of the already established agenda.
And I've been seeing where this world's going, where this country's going. It makes me sick. Motherfucking raw thoughts. Fuck the new world order. Take that vaccine and shove it up your ass. Raw thought.
Oh, y'all thought I was done? Hell no. This is Raw Thoughts. You know how we do. Line these motherfuckers up. It's time to get to work. Where should I start? Joe Biden, I guess. Old Yeller. Shit, I'm honestly surprised he hasn't died on us yet. You ain't a president, dog. Shit, you don't have to pretend. Come on, Joe. We all know that you ain't actually win. Yeah, them puppet strings holding you up. Weekend to burn.
Oh, wow. I mean, no love for Joe Biden. Ban that guy, yeah. But man's talking about you didn't actually win because Donald Trump convinced all these like idiots and like QAnon idiots and bloody incels that it was fixed. Trump won. Yeah, of course. Absolute clown. Oh look, my light's gone a bit funny. It's gone blurry, innit? Just gonna flick the camera off and on. That usually does the job. Alright, let's continue.
Dementia really slowing you up. Should we be worried? You're tripping upstairs, then you're sniffing on hair. Someone go and get this geriatric man a wheelchair. And then you got his son making lots of loot from the Ukraine and blew it on prostitutes. So I'll snort a line of crack rock off the protective case up on Hunter Biden's laptop. So I'm typing in caps lock like, hi Fauci, I seen that mail leak, dog. Better get a better antivirus called a Geek Squad. The king of backtracks. Last time I seen that many wrong numbers was me when I failed math class. In Gen Psaki, I'm getting sick of that lion twat fire crotch. Always trying to tell me they'll require shots. But if it's shots that they want, I'll let them have it. If they knocking on my door, checking my vaccine status. Andrew Cuomo, grabbing asses like the old days. Still had time to kill more old people than old age. We all hate you, judge and defame you. I speak for all Italians, we don't claim you. Injected Rachel Maddow with a fatal strain of mad cow. Walked her up a massive flight of steps and kicked her back down. Seeing news come out, make me wanna smack the dick right out of Anderson Cooper's mouth. So ask your senator, pass me the AstraZeneca vax. Your relative's dad, go and jab your stepmother rapid. Testing your ass when you have a temperature shit. We going nuts, don't vax the messenger. Like Kamala Harris in Guantanamo barracks. She's incarcerated so many people, I think it merits leaving her there to rot. She deserving of it either way. Just be sure you don't forget to go and throw the key away. Now you can call me insane, but Ted Cruz is actually growing on me. Wait, let me explain. Shot-wise, he's been freedom of choice, while also fighting for the First Amendment, which I need for my voice to get out. So no matter how bad that I want to hate, I give credit where it's due. I know it's a hot take, but before I'm off the subject, wait, you still ugly. Shit, Arya Stark won't even wear your face. I'll impregnate Melinda Gates. She said my dick was great. I said, shut up, bitch, get back in the kitchen, fill my dinner plate. Then I liquidated Bill's estate, blew their house up with them in them, let them incinerate. Gathered up their ashes and slipped them into some vaxes. The FDA approved it and shipped it off to the masses. Had some side effects.
I'm just pausing it a second because remember my stream got cut off before. It's like I don't know if I was doing a video for too long, but like I mean a lot of American politics stuff that I don't even really follow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I will say yeah, he's a better rapper. He's definitely a much better rapper technically than Tom McDonald. But yeah, the content is and I started off saying that he's being completely generic because it was very generic for ages. But once he got into the content of it, he is much more clearly saying exactly what his issue is, and making lyrics like obviously a lot of COVID thing, whatever. I'm not really against what you're saying. Anyway, I never really took a side on that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I definitely think there's a lot of corruption involved in what went on with the government as far as certain parts of that. I don't want to say too much on YouTube, but yeah, but it has turned out to be another one of those things where it's like the freedom movement and the anti-vax and all that has definitely it's definitely aligning with another person with racist views.
But they ain't worry about that shit. Long as I ain't tell no one and pay my taxes. Get your vaccine, shoot up like 15. And don't forget to go collect your free Krispy Kreme. Go and get tested for fun, then get a swab high.
I saw that.
White like huffing ethanol oxide. And Zuckerberg will try to censor my words. Jack Dorsey shadow banning, this revenge of the nerds. New rules trying to regulate life as it was. More mandates than gay night at the club. So I'm sorry that I had to come and stop the show before we all need a motherfucker.
More mandates than gay night at the club. I was saying, like technically he's got a couple bars here and there, innit? Not that you know what I'm saying, not that I love the content of it, but he can rap.
Fucking shot to go anywhere, so someone had to come and rock the boat and say shit that even Tom McDonald won't. And I'm just one guy with the balls to say.
Okay, so he's saying us. So he's trying to even go higher than Tom McDonald, yeah. Say things even Tom McDonald won't. Mad.
Even if I sound off for ways, all I know is that we're way too lost to save. At this point, I could write a raw thoughts a day. Shit, but these are my opinions, and I'm allowed to speak them. You wanna get the shot? Do you? It's called freedom. You don't, then you don't. Stop forcing vaccinating, cause to me, that's like pushing pork belly on a vegan. I mean it. Disagree with my views, that's all fine. I respect you for yours, respect me for mine. We don't gotta draw a line in the sand or nothing. Just respect a motherfucker that'll stand for something. So keep watching the news and keep trusting the numbers. I'll keep digging for truth and tell them what I discover as they cancel motherfuckers just for raising their hand. I'll pull my megaphone out and get to taking a stand. Raw thoughts.
Yeah. Interesting video as well. Yeah. So that was Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 5, as requested by King of Sting, my favourite openly racist viewer of the show who's in the chat. Yeah, like I said, much better rapper than Tom McDonald. So for anyone who watches this who have hated on my video saying Tom McDonald's the worst rapper in the world, you can see I hate the content of that song, but I'm not a hater. Like, I can actually say the truth about something. Like, he was an alright rapper, the beat was alright, visuals are good, but he is clearly just one of those kind of right-wing racist people who basically used the COVID anti-vaccine, anti-lockdown narrative to create following and get people on board, and then slipping in all this other like racism in there. Yeah, he's more of an example of that. And King of Sting said there's always Raw Thought 6, I think that says. I can't read the last part of it, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could do some, I'm not going to do them now, but I'll react to some more of his stuff. Let me get that one up there as a clip on and see if people are interested in that video, see what kind of views it gets. But yeah, he's a racist. Let's just keep it 100%. Like, he's a racist, isn't it? From time he said, "Oh, I'm white and not gay, so I can't like say anything." That's just the generic opinion and position of, you know, a white victimhood racist who doesn't want to address racism and wants to turn it all on them. You know, take all the spotlight all the time. But yeah, you know. Alright, one other thing, and then I want to do some. I wanted to let's do something positive, right? So I wanted to just watch the Cass is Dead. And I don't think I saw this whole clip because I didn't see. This has got Ashley Waters. Just got Ashley Waters, Asher D, introducing the award. I didn't see that part, so I don't know if I've seen this in full. But basically, I saw a post today. What's his name? Man Nature or whatever. Mini, they call him whatever. This guy on Instagram complaining that all rap music sounds the same, all UK rappers sound the same at the moment. And I was just kind of like, didn't Cass is Dead just win a Brit, like the highest award you can probably get? And he don't sound like no one. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a Cass is Dead fan. As a social justice warrior, someone actually called me out for this because I posted something. Not called me out, but they were like, well, I didn't think you'd like him. Obviously, his content is a bit some of the stuff about women. It's quite violent. It's similar to Eminem's early stuff. Certain things where it's like, yo, listening to some of that now, I don't love it. He doesn't rap so much like that on the new album. I think he toned it down a bit. But he's a character rapper, wears a mask. And King of Sting said fair play. Not sure what he means on the fair play part. Maybe me saying my reaction to his video. That at least complimented. He was a half decent rapper. But yeah, I want to see this because I want to watch this just for the show, because I think it's a big deal that Cass is Dead won this award.
We're so privileged and honoured to be standing on the stage tonight and reading out the nominees for this award or the winner for this award.
And also, I want to look this up. Like, because I remember a few years ago, Stormzy called out the Brits because they didn't have a hip hop category. Like, this was and you know what? I actually know someone who's on the panel who probably was part of this decision, because they shook up the Brits and said, no, we've got to involve more black artists. Stormzy made a big thing about it. He went to meetings. They got a panel of people to have meetings. I just want to Google, when did the Brits start a hip hop category? Because again, someone was like, the person was arguing with me, right? Brit Award for Hip Hop Grime Act. Oh, has it been there for that long? Oh gosh, no, it's been there forever. Been there since 2003. But I think what that means is that's when they used to give it to Americans, no? Or am I bugging? No, they didn't. I'm talking about they gave it to Miss Dynamite. Oh, yeah, I'm just forgetting, man. I'm just forgetting. They gave it to Miss Dynamite. They gave it to Lamar. So maybe it was more of an R&B thing at a point. Joss Stone, Lamar, Dave. Okay, wait. Yeah, no, I was wrong. So yeah, it started in 2022. So it's only been there for 2 years. They just put the same article with British Urban Act. They used to have a British Urban Act 2003 to 2006. Right? Might as well read this all out. Miss Dynamite won it the first year. Lamar, Joss Stone, and Lamar again. Then 2022, Dave won it. 2023, H. 2024, Cass is Dead. So this is like, it's only the third time. So someone's like, oh, the state of British hip hop and British rap. And I'm like, well, we've just got a category at the Brits. So, and like a great artist is winning it. So you lot are chatting rubbish. We need to celebrate the good stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? King of Sting said, I'm not just hating here. Yeah, me neither, man.
Which is what? Hip hop, grime, and rap. That's right. That's correct. I remember back in the day, what was it? 2002 probably. I was on this stage. Asher D. Yeah, Asher D. Soul Solid. Big up Soul Solid, man.
How quickly it is.
No,
it's an incredible
evening for me. Nominees. So the nominees for this group are
Hip Hop Grime Rap Act, supported by Kiss Fresh. Cass is Dead. Central C. Jade.
I just put 9 gal in a sprint.
J Hush. Little Sims.
Look, man, and this My Nature thing that he said as well was saying that all these, I mean, to give him his credit, he was saying like every time a new artist comes out and they're like, oh, this is the next one. So he's talking about the young artists coming through. He's saying they just sound exactly the same as the last one. But then how long has that been going on for then? Because basically all of them artists there, I don't think none of them artists sound the same. All them artists sound different. You know what I'm saying? And I would have expected Central C to win it, interestingly. But yeah, I think just looking at those artists and the different type of projects they put out and all of that, that's showing a great, healthy hip hop scene and like black music scene in the UK right now.
Ooh, and the winner is Cass is Dead.
Congratulations to Cass.
And big up my guy as well. That's Ed Skrein, yeah, to the left of him. To the left of him there, the white brother, right? Ed Skrein, who people will know from Deadpool, Game of Thrones. Like, he's a big actor, and he's on the album. I recognize his voice straight away when I heard it. Like, he does skits on the album. King of Sting says, "You can't tell me Dave's racist with that good, strong English, white English name." What? King of Sting? Don't you even think his song that he done at the Brits called Black? What you call with that? Yeah. I'm saying amazing, but yeah. Now Ed Skrein there. So Ed Skrein, before he was, oh my god, I got the record here. I'm gonna grab it in a minute. Yeah. Before he was an actor, he was a rapper. So he had an album out, Foreign Beggars label. I'm on the album. Me and him had a number of records. So and I grabbed this today because I had it lying around in my room. I'm saying, you see this? You might not see it on the screen, but Skrein, because the cat things too. But yeah, Skrein featuring Supernova, Idols. I'm saying 7-inch little record, and this is a signed copy that someone else gave me on a radio station. I went to a radio station and they were like, "Yo, have you got a copy of this?" And I was like, "Nah," and they gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? There's our little logos and that. So this is a record we did together many years ago. So to me, when I saw this, I was like, "Yo," you know what I'm saying, me and him started rapping together years ago, and like he don't do music no more, and he's a big celebrity anyway. But I know he loves music, innit? So him being a part of this project, and Cass is obviously his brethren. You know what I'm saying? Man's won a Brit, you know what I'm saying, for an album like that he's on, man. So it's big.
23 tracks and includes collaborations with Pet Shop Boys Neil Tennant and singer-songwriter Connie Constant. Blending synth-pop beats to pass the original and big lyrics, the record went to the top 10.
That ain't even the same clip, yeah. I just felt like, yo, I felt like Sims looked vexed. And Heady. Was Heady nominated? Don't even know if Heady was nominated. So why would he be vexed if he wasn't?
The Pet Shop Boys Neil Tennant and singer-songwriter Connie Constant. Blending synth-pop beats to pass the
Sims
original
she
and
look a
big
bit
lyrics,
pissed,
the record
man.
went to the top 10 in the UK.
And Heady's just clapping like, okay, I kind of got to clap. Yeah, this was like some people, like, even a newspaper saw a report. It said, "Oh, Cassie's dead unmasked for the first time." He's been wearing a mask like a lifelike mask for ages. And shout out Icke, who said he thought he was unmasked as well. But I was like, watch it again, man. Like, you can't see his mouth move.
Yeah, this is well funny. Look, man, there's so many people involved in this record. There ain't enough time to thank everyone because I know you don't want to get pissed up, so we keep it moving. And I'll thank you guys personally and privately later. You know, I'll buy the vinyl because the thank yous are in the vinyl, yeah? Go buy them. But what I do want to do is take this time to thank the fans because, yeah, without you lot, none of this would have happened. So,
yeah, you got a strong fan base, man. Loyal.
This one's for Ben. Verba Mello. And thank you, EXO, for letting me do what I want.
Yeah, and you can hear that, man. You can tell his label let him do what they want, man. You know what I'm saying? And so an artist who's allowed to do what he wants, not controlled by a label, who's quite alternative, very hip-hop, like, is winning a Brit above the kind of obvious commercial kind of angle. So we got to love that and celebrate that, man. So big up Cass is Dead. Salute on that, man. And it's a good album, man. Like, madly, I really like his old, the original mixtape and that. That's probably content-wise a bit more difficult to listen to. And this one, like I said, I feel like he toned it down a little, but there's something so special in the production. Just like, got this just 80s feel. He's created a sound. Like, he's created a sound where I know this is going to be Cass is Dead right now. Yeah, go check that album, man. Alright, so a couple other things. Couple other reactions. And now I'm just going to be reacting to some people on YouTube who are quite racist. Some more random racist YouTube reactions, yeah? This guy, Mahia 2C TV. This is another one I've been getting asked to react to, yeah? And the brother who asked me, he's not here in the chat, but I'm sure you'll get to watch this. So this guy is just creating loads of content going at migrants. I'm sure if King of Sting doesn't know this guy, I'm probably going to make him a fan by showing this, because he'll probably be on his side and everything. Migrants in Britain should be grateful. That's a 39-second video. That's a short. Let's watch that as a start.
My mother was saved by the British Embassy from Iran. She escaped the Islamic occupiers of Iran. Every single day, she's grateful that she was saved. Every single day, she reminds me that we have to be grateful, that we were welcomed by the generosity of people in this country. You have to try your best to give something back to the country that gave you a second chance, a second home, a fresh start. Let alone those who are already, or were born here and are growing up here. People from the outside should start showing more gratitude. That's a start. And then we could talk about everybody else.
We're saying the outside, so people who are trying to come here should show more gratitude. Like, already this is mental. So he's come here, yeah. His mum's come here, and now he's and now he's sitting here sending shots and telling people how they need to be grateful before they come here. Lunatic.
My mother was saved by the British Embassy from.
Right, that looped around. So we're gonna go. Can I go onto his channel from here?
When it comes to fight,
I was made from this. British patriot stands up for his country against ungrateful migrant. That's the title of this video. Is this a new one? I want to do. Okay, 2 days ago. Yeah, we'll respond to this. Probably has the rest of that. King of Sting said, "Cheers for keeping it entertaining. Can I be the resident racist?" You're already the resident racist, man. You know, you've done that by your own decision. Do you know what I'm saying? But then he said 2C is just pure right-wing puppetry. So you're not a 2C fan, no? I guess you can't be, because he's actually an immigrant. Really, you're not really down with that. You're only really like the real right-wing white ones, right? He said it's Tommy's mate. Is it? Oh, he's Tommy's mate. Right, so you know about him. Of course you know about him. But you like Tommy though, don't you? But you don't like this one because he's not white.
Fighting for our Western values, especially in Britain. When it comes to fighting for our Western values, especially in Britain, when it comes to standing up to what we believe in, it's not just about tackling extremism or Islamism or the far left. It's actually also about us standing up for our country against those who are talking it down. We have a good example. Obviously, this video is from a while ago. Some of you might have already seen it on social media, but it's just an example to show you guys how, in a very British manner, you can actually still speak out if you hear someone speaking against our country, especially from different places. Let's go.
More anti-British hatred.
Sorry, I have to say something. Are you slagging off this country right now? What's so bad about this country? No?
Wow, so this is someone confronting someone what seems like public transport because they're slagging off this country, minding their business, having the conversation they want. So this is what seems like a racist person, because nobody else cares about that kind of stuff. Literally intimidating a person in public.
That's all I've heard over the last 20 minutes of you bad mouthing this country.
Oh,
yeah.
flag, you just said they don't give a flag.
But you fled a war-torn country.
What do you mean?
You fled a war-torn. You just said you were from Afghanistan.
Yeah, I'm from Afghanistan.
I'd be very grateful if I were you.
Huh?
I'd be very grateful that you've come here to this country. I wouldn't.
Man's in someone's face telling them be grateful, where you don't know what she's experiencing racism here. She has issues here, yeah. So because she's fled a war-torn country, you must be abused. You must be abused and accept abuse. That's what he's basically saying to her. Scumbag.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly, like the mad thing is, these lot, yeah, they will come at me. This 2 cigar. If you ever saw my clips, he'd be saying all sorts of nonsense. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if I saw this if I was on a train and this guy like that, then I'm confronting him.
Yeah.
I know.
And really have a think,
I
you know?
I'm not saying like British people are bad people. They are really good people.
No, just have a think
I know,
about what you're saying.
Because
Seems silly. Very silly.
Have a think. You seem silly. Where she's actually being nice, saying, I'm not saying British people are bad, trying to explain herself. He's just being confrontational and aggressive. Scumbag. King of Sting said, you are the far left, you madman. No, bro, there is no such thing as far left. How can I be far left? Yeah, I'm centre. Yeah, you don't like to say centre. I'm actually centre. Left of centre.
This is the most British response ever. The best way to actually, it was in a very polite way. Excuse me, are you slacking off this country? It's important to actually do that. And I'm not really advocating for people to be vigilantes, to go around on the streets to do it, but everybody needs to believe in what everybody believes in. There are many people, the silent majority in this country believe in the flag. The silent majority believe in the values that create...
It's not the silent majority, it's the vocal majority. The vocal racist majority. The most of this country is racist.
Our civilization. We're just too afraid to say anything. And I'm not, as I said, it's not just about individuals on the streets. Everybody should start at home. Parents, the way you raise your children. Of course, when it comes to schools, that's the biggest platform that's been obviously infiltrated by those who have no respect for the values that we have. And again,
schools are a racist institution that still promote white supremacy. They have Black History Month because they don't teach Black history. Like, are you crazy? School, the entire curriculum is built on racism. So these guys, yeah, they'll see like, oh my God, there's a Black Lives Matter project happening once a year at our school. These left-wing extremists, far left, have taken over because they can't stand even the most little part of any kind of pushback to their complete dominance of right-wing madness. King of Sting... It's just me and King of Sting on the show right now. It's mad. He's the only one in the comments. There's other people watching, but mate, when my missus moved to Wigan, everyone thought she was Polish. She's a Geordie. Did you have to punch them all up then, King of Sting? I'm guessing like you didn't have none of that. No one could accuse you of dating a Polish woman, I'm sure.
It's also about getting the right people into positions of power when it comes to politics, when it comes to cultural institutions, and especially when it comes to the media. Now, the corporate media have been infiltrated by those who just don't care. At best, they don't care. They're complacent. At best, they're complicit in actually helping and aiding those who want to bring us down or undermine us. The woman in that video was apparently, as she said herself, was from Afghanistan. And as the guy said, rightly so, I'll be grateful. My mother was saved by the British Embassy from Iran. She escaped the Islamic occupiers of Iran. Every single day, she's grateful that she was saved.
We saw this bit already, obviously, but we don't know if she's not grateful. She probably is very grateful. Yeah, that doesn't mean she can't express her opinion and freedom of speech that these lot love to push.
Every single day, she reminds me that we have to be grateful, that we were welcomed by the generosity of people in this country. You have to try your best to give something back.
How is it generosity to welcome people into your country which actually benefits the country because they work here, they bring in taxes, it makes them money, yeah, at the end of the day. But how is it generosity when we've already destroyed half the world and colonized half the world? Oh yeah, it's generosity to then like give a bare minimum back and complain about it, and ridiculous, man.
Back to the country that gave you a second chance, a second home, a fresh start. Let alone those who are already, or were born here and are growing up here. People from the outside should start showing more gratitude. That's a start. And then we could talk about everybody else. Thank you for watching. I'm Maya Tusi, and we are the media.
This guy's a clown. Absolute clown. I mean, yeah, I'll do some more reviews on him. I'm not going to do loads. That's just the opening. Someone told me to review it, do a thing on him. So I'm getting an idea of who he is. He's, you know, these racist people love having a token non-white person to push and say, look, he's saying it too as well. He's anti-immigration as well. So that's basically what's going on there, and he's absolutely lost soul. Basically supporting someone being intimidated on a public transport for expressing themselves. Never said they weren't grateful. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what they said. Yeah, having issues with this country, because this country is actually like terrible in a lot of ways, and that's just keeping it real. And them lot will call it terrible as well, and they'll say, "Oh my God!" Even when they use the immigration issue, they're raising issues with the country. Yeah, so make your mind up, innit? That's what I'm saying. Alright, I got another guy. This one I've decided I want to react to, right? This guy is called Paul Thorpe, right? He's a watch dealer. He used to be a watch dealer. So his channel is Paul Thorpe Watch Dealer. He's from Brighton. A lot of racism in Brighton recently, I've been noticing. And I lived there for years. Very liberal kind of town, very left wing. So when I find like really right wing, like fascist people there, it really confuses me. But yeah, Paul Thorpe. Anyway, like I actually, you can see I'm not subscribed anymore. I unsubscribed to his channel. I used to subscribe to his channel, and I was actually a fan. But I always felt like he probably leaned a bit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I like watches, right? So I'm into watches, whatever. I followed information about them, and when I was planning to first buy a watch, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube of things to look out for, etc. So I was searching all these videos about watches on YouTube, and this is only like a year or so ago, or whatever. And this was the best channel, like honestly, like his content on watches, his advice, like meeting up with other watch dealers and other watch YouTubers. He had great content. I learned so much about watches watching his channel. And then recently he just started like kind of King of Sting said free Brighton. We're saying free Brighton from the left wing, yeah. But anyway, recently this guy, it's like he's doing less watch content. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the watch community. The market's kind of still been going down here and there. And he's doing all this right-wing content out of nowhere. Capital punishment. Okay, that's coming up. Capital punishment debate. Have your say. Who should be our next PM? But look, £8 million a day wasted on illegals. Let's give that a watch. Wait, let's just see if there's any others. Britain betrayed. Britain has been betrayed. Let's watch this one. Got Nigel Farage.
Welcome back, everyone. Now,
so I just want to look and see what's going on with Paul Thorpe, man. You know what I'm saying? What are you up to, mate?
I think it's time we had a very adult conversation here, and the time has come for us all to put aside our fears, our politeness, our willingness to turn the other cheek, whilst trying our level best to remain cool, calm and collected. Because for years now, we all know that us, the British people, have been treading on eggshells in a vain and stupid attempt to try and appease a certain group within our society, a group that you simply cannot afford to appease and who clearly aren't interested in integrating into any society or lifestyle other than their own. Strangely, wanting to recreate, in many instances, the self-same squalor, deprivation and violence from which they supposedly were fleeing. And I think the British people have done their level best to be kind, accepting and tolerant. We've offered these people just about everything we can and more, from safety to housing to jobs and security.
How are you going to say all that and not say what the group is? I know you're saying you can't say this group or whatever, but I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Muslims? Are you talking about immigration in general? Like, say it with your chest, man. Don't be shook.
To healthcare and just about any other benefit that you can think of. It's all been at their service and mostly for free, and often at the expense of our own people. Yet we haven't moaned, we haven't groaned, and we haven't kicked.
No, it's not at the expense of our own people, Paul, yeah? I tell you what's at the expense of our own people is the MPs that are putting the money in their pockets. Yeah, the tax dodging MPs and the tax dodging corporations that are all run by white people are the problem. Yeah, the money, the percentage of that money in the actual big scheme of things that goes to immigration is nothing. It's pennies. Yeah, but you want to focus on that more than you want to focus on actually attacking the actual. Well, don't get me wrong, because I think he does probably attack the government and attack the white people that are at the top, but he focuses on the fact that they're giving this money to immigrants, etc., rather than focusing on the fact they're giving the money to themselves, because that's where it's really going.
Picked up a fuss. And whether we like it or not, we have to be honest. It's not pleasant to admit it, but our kind and accepting, super patient nature has been spat right back in our faces by a very significant and highly dangerous minority who are a threat to the very core of everything that we hold dear to us, and that includes, most importantly, the very futures and safety of our children. We've had terror attacks in London, buses and undergrounds blown up, women and children massacred in Manchester, and one of our much beloved soldiers beheaded in broad daylight on a British street. And in case anyone had forgotten, his name was Lee Rigby. And even our police forces and the Crown Prosecution Service.
So again, who are you targeting here? Who are you targeting? Like, say it.
Organisations that are supposed to be there to look after and to serve us all.
Because obviously, all of those things, they are disgusting. Do you know what I'm saying? All of those things, they're disgusting. And you won't speak to hardly any Muslims who won't agree with that, or any group, whatever you're trying to target here, who won't agree that those things are disgusting. Yeah, but we can also list disgusting, crazy things that white people have done. Why are you not talking about that?
Bent over backwards not to stir the pot too much, turning blind eyes to underage marriages, grooming gangs, female genital.
Yep, white men are the biggest perpetrators of grooming gangs in the UK. So I hope he's talking about. He's talking about white men. He must be, because you can't be talking about grooming gangs unless you're talking about white men.
Mutilation, multiple sexual offences, homophobia, and a lot, and I mean a hell of a lot, of drug dealing. Oh yes, that one doesn't get talked about much, but I can guarantee anyone that knows, they'll tell you it's there. They'll confirm it. And unfortunately, you only have to look around at the behaviour and the sheer arrogance of some of these people who swan around our streets without any fear of doing whatever they want, because somehow they very cleverly managed to work their way into a position of being some kind of protected species. So protected by the law.
You're talking about, the most unprotected people. The most abused, the most discriminated against. You moron.
Seems that even an argument over a minor car incident, for an example, between two motorists can lead to a fake accusation of one phobia or another, or some kind of discrimination. Yes, they all have this ace up their sleeve. They know it, and so do we. But apparently, according to the authorities, at least the BBC, Sky News, the national newspapers, and probably 99.9% of our MPs, there isn't a problem. It's all in the minds of those on the wicked and despicable far right. A cheaply thrown around euphemism that really just means these days.
So if it's against him or against what he wants to support, it's a euphemism and it's a buzzword or whatever. But if it's him saying it and targeting a group, which is a much smaller group, much less power, literally no power, the far right, the normal right, is where the power is. You don't have the power, you don't have the privilege. It's very unintelligent person here. I mean, I guess, what do I expect from someone, cool, you know about watches, you learn a trade and you learn how to buy and sell watches. Doesn't mean you're that intelligent, does it?
Days concerned citizens. Another tacky label used against anyone who's thinking he's slightly to the right of George Galloway or James O'Brien. And just look at the behaviour, the fuss, the drama, the violence, the law-breaking, the self-importance, and the entitlement that's been taking place all around the UK over the very sorry and very sad situation in Gaza. Look how many of these people have attempted to bring Middle Eastern politics into local by-elections, and how it even managed to bring our own parliament into chaos.
again, he's not saying it with his chest, innit? He's trying to be anti-Palestine. I've seen him be pro-Israel and all that as well. So he's trying to say that politicians are wrong for bringing in what's going on in the Middle East into politics, that we should actually address it. Yeah, he's really just showing himself as a really nasty piece of work, to be honest.
Just a few short days ago to understand what the future holds for us all. Can you even imagine what these people will want in 10 or 20 years' time, and the fuss they'll create unless they get it? It doesn't bear thinking about, for there is no level of appeasement these people understand or respect. There is no tolerance in their minds. There can be no bargaining, no more kid gloves with people who appear to love conflicts and problems as much as they love their own kids. And of course, the media continue to try and convince us there's all nothing to worry about and that it's all in the minds of those on the right. But it's suddenly real enough for the government to find a whopping £31 million of taxpayers' money to throw at protecting MPs from their own arrogance, ignorance, treachery and stupidity that created the goddamn problem in the first place. And if you add that to the £8 million that we're already...
To protect MPs from what? Because MPs are being protected from everybody. So what are you talking about? Them, and if the media is pushing it as it's like it's a specific group thing, that's probably an agenda again. It's again an anti-agenda, anti-Muslim agenda. Yeah? Like these people will actually quote anti-Muslim propaganda and then sit here saying, oh my God, there's such a propaganda against English people.
He's spending on importing even more candidates for crime and terror, and the politicians why they are so despised and why the public has not got one single ounce of respect left for any of them. And I can't help but mention the fact that we, the people, yes, us, we voted strongly and firmly back in 2016 in a naive and vain attempt to put an end to exactly this problem. Yes, we...
Yeah, when you voted against Corbyn, the only possible actual manifesto we've ever seen in our lifetimes, definitely my lifetime, most likely with this old man's lifetime as well. Stupid idiots. He was probably there, one of them going, yeah, never let that communist in, da, da, da. Idiot.
Saw it coming because we live among it, and we clearly asked you to stop it from getting worse. But you lied to us, you ignored us, and you betrayed the will of the people. Honestly, I can't find the words to describe how the nation feels about you and what you've done to our country, and most importantly, for our children's future. It's simply and utterly unforgivable, and you will go down in history as the people that destroyed its own people. So my message to Rishi Sunak is please, please, just go and take your rotten government with you. Hand over the keys of number 10 to the Nigel Farages, the Lee Andersons, the Suella Bravemans of this world, and let them form a government that might...
Let's form a racist government. What a piece of shit. I avoid swearing on it, but this guy is an absolute piece of work, man. Nasty. Openly out here, do you know what I'm saying? So I said I unsubscribed from him. I unsubscribed when I saw these racist videos he was doing. But then I still, you know, like I realised YouTube, it don't matter if you subscribe. If you've watched a person's videos enough, it's still going to push them to. So it still keeps pushing them to me, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm interested in what he's doing, because this is what's going on in England. This is the actual good sign of what is going on from these racists. And he's right, there's a majority of racist people like this. He's a racist, he's Islamophobic, he's a nasty person. And it's madness. We need to watch it to know what's going on in this country. I'm not worried about immigration. I'm not worried about Muslims in a way. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him, his kids, people who think like him. They're dangerous. Yeah? They're a threat to us.
Just might be able to save us. Now, I want to end today's video by saying this, and I want to be very, very clear about it. The vast, vast majority of people from all backgrounds and faiths live very peacefully together in harmony here in the UK, and we pay each other the utmost respect. We have no problems with each other. But the communities with the problems must start to weed out and police their own communities if we're going to...
So white people then, because white people's the community with the biggest problem. Biggest grooming gangs, biggest crime, biggest knife crime, white people. So why aren't you, as a white person, yeah, on making a video saying, I must take that responsibility for my community? You're not taking responsibility for the crime in your community, yeah. You're not talking. You're taking responsibility for, because he talks about watch crime. He tries to kind of hold the police account. I'm not even against all of that. He's quite he's not pro police because he thinks they don't do enough jobs of their job. But he's pro prosecution and putting people in jail and all of that. So he might as well be pro police. Which I'm not, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, where I'm from, we don't like police. Yeah, we don't really push for people going to jail and all that kind of stuff. Apart from when they do, like, you know what I'm saying, like, SA and R and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, deal with your white community, bro. You know what I'm saying? Here's another white British person. Yeah, white British person. Here I am. Let's go deal with our community, bro. Yeah, shout me. What can we do?
Continue to live together in the way in which surely we all want to live. For I fear, if this plea goes unanswered, if our government continues to ignore the wishes of the people and the problems, someone is going to place the last straw onto a lion's back, and I don't think anyone wants to see that happen.
What? So he's basically saying, you're going to place the last straw, and us racist people are going to get out there and be violent. That's basically what he's probably saying, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? The lion, the three lions, all of that. Like, what a mug. Paul Thorpe, man. What a letdown. I used to like you, liked your content. I didn't watch it for any politics, liked your watch content, learnt a lot from you. Turned out you're a scum. So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it moving. How long we been going? We've been going a couple hours. I'm going to do one more video and I'm going to get out of here. Shout out to Gleam. I don't know if he's still there, but Gleam actually dropped a comment on Twitch. And someone else dropped a comment saying, hi from Brazil, Nova. So on Twitch, I'm live, but it's just Nova Flip Twitch account. And I don't know how it works, really. Do you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have a name on the video. I got to work that out. But Gleam said, Graham is the guy who done the pyramids and Gobli Tepe, oldest civilization. They are very historic. I'll look that up, man. That's he's responding to a comment from someone else. 1 second though. Just seeing who's still watching. There's still people watching. So one more thing, right? Correct, not political. Anyone who's still here, who's my regular viewers, there was a guy called Correct Not Political coming in the chat all the time, yeah? And he's not here today. So someone pointed out to me, I'm going to put this big for a second, they wouldn't have you seen his channel. I'm like, whoa, look, he's got 16, nearly 17,000 subscribers, so his channel's doing more bits than me. We're getting there, though. I was like, okay, this guy got a channel. It's frozen. Alright, we're going to come back. We're going to come back to that. It froze, right? That's the first. I've done almost this whole thing without the things freezing. So we're going to come back. Boom. Is that there? Yeah, that's messed up over here. Cool. But we're going to put that back on. Cool. Let's get that back on the screen. So, correct, not political. Yeah, it says globalists and nonces beware. Obviously, man, are anti-nonce all day. I'm more anti-nonce than any of them. But what I've noticed is these men who raise noncing as an issue, even like Paul Thorpe just did there, usually what they're trying to do is paint one group as the people who are the nonces, and it's actually deflecting from the real group who's the biggest nonces. So it's like they'll say Muslim grooming gangs, and then they'll say trans like abuse in the trans community, child abuse, or trans targeting schools, or so they'll put these groups who have very small amounts of issues with this thing, with nonsense and abuse, child abuse, and want us to put all the focus there. So why is that? You want us to do that because you don't want us focusing on the main group, that are nonsense. So I kind of started realizing them man are non-supporters, man. But anyway, like he's got Extinction Rebellion thing. So I realized this guy's got ridiculous content. You know, that's probably the opposite of what I do here. So let's just check something out to respond to. I don't really care about that. Rejoin the EU. Why? Gay marriage leads to mad mixed conspiracies. London says no to you, Les. I mean, I'm down with that. I am filming for my safety. Not filming the police. What should we check out? A brief history on communism. 41 seconds. Let's watch that.
The fascists worked with the Zionists to control the Jewish working class, and there was a Jewish working class uprising against the Warsaw ghettos, led by the socialists. The Zionists worked with the fascists to suppress it. Yeah,
that's what they say.
But it was the working class Jews that opposed that. That's why it's got to be seen as a class question. And there's an opposition in Israel, working class, to oppose the Zionist state in Israel.
There's always been an
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I mean, that's a bit all over. I was a bit confused, but yeah, you know, there's a working class people in Israel who want to oppose the state. Yeah.
underlying Jewish element to the communist thing, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He goes, there's. I think this guy might have even misunderstood what this guy said, and he goes, "There's always an underlying thing with the Jews and the communist thing, though."
There's been an underlying Jewish element to the communist thing, though, isn't there?
Yeah, because there was
Marx was a Jew,
and Trotsky was Jewish.
It's the guys all over the place, if I'm honest. But alright, cool. Let's wait. I'm coming back to that actually. That wasn't much of a history of anything, but oh yeah. Here we go. Let's go back to the small one. No, I did that so big. So Waterstones are selling sex apps to children. What the hell? Let's have a look. This book is gay. Right. This book. So he's got an issue with this book. What does it say? Sex apps work. Upload a tiny pic of yourself to the app. The app works out your location. The app tells you who the nearest homosexuals are. You can then chat to them. Because they are near, it is easy to meet up with them. Okay, he's explaining how dating apps work. Gay dating apps, alright. I mean, straight away, let me just, okay, so this is a book that's gay, that says this book is gay, right? The Great Sex App Debate. This is not a children's book. We can see that very clearly. This is not a children's book, yeah? King of Sting said, am I in it? I don't know, mate. I don't know if you're in it, but yeah. You said something about Grindr to me earlier, innit? You said that you want to meet me on Grindr. Unfortunately, not on there, mate. But get this book, and you'll work out how to find men you're looking for. But look, this is quite a long. It's big pages are full of text. This is not a book designed for children.
Can I ask you a question about this book? Yeah. So, you said that you showed me it was in the pregnancy area. Yeah. You said it was supposed to be in the young adults, but there's no space for it. At what age can this book be sold? How old do I have to be to buy this book?
So I would probably say about 12, 13.
12, 13?
Yeah.
Right. So were you aware that Section 10 of...
You just said that vaguely, which is questionable. Obviously, you should know what age is allowed to sell what books or whatever, I don't know.
The Sexual Offences Act 2003 actually makes it illegal, makes it an offence to incite children to take part in sexual activity.
Yeah, but that book doesn't incite children to partake in sexual activity.
If you look from
Juno Dawson, who's actually a sex education teacher.
Right.
And I know them personally.
Right.
And they actually taught in secondary schools.
Right, so that gives them the reason to do what?
And if it was published,
right,
they would have gone through all the rights of it. So
no, you're personally liable, right? This is the thing you understand.
You can go.
What do you mean?
You can go.
What do you mean I can go?
If you've got anything to say,
I'm trying to have a civil conversation with you about it. Why are you not interested about it? It's a child safeguarding issue. You're LGBT and you're not interested in child safeguarding. Is that what you're saying? You're not, right, but I'm talking to you about the book. You're saying you're willing to sell it to someone who's 12 years old, right? And I'm telling you that's against the law because it's inciting children to join sex.
The thing is, the brother might not have read the book, innit, and see to make an informed decision on that part or not. But he does say know the person, innit? But I don't know. I don't know what I think about whether that's the agenda of the book. What I do think is that there's probably loads of books with sex and all sorts of stuff like that for straight people that are in this thing that they would also sell to young people that age that this guy wouldn't care about.
Apps. I'll show you the page.
You asked
I've just filmed the page.
What age can a child read it? That would be up to the adult that's buying it. I didn't say I would sell it to a child.
Yes, you did. I've got it on film. I've got it on film.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I do.
You've got it on film?
Yes.
Then look back.
Yeah, I will.
And you'll see that you were wrong.
I will broadcast it to everyone, and they will see what the LGBT people look like when faced with child safeguarding concerns.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. You're being
Go on,
ridiculous.
please tell me why. It explains explicitly in there how to use sex apps. Who is that aimed at? Who is that book aimed at? Who's the market? Who's the target market? Who's the target market?
To decide.
Who is the target market?
Well, we know the target market is not children, innit? We know that already. Like, whether he's got some points on if it should be sold to children or not, we know the target market is not children. We know the target market is adults. So he's gone into this shop to basically give the shop abuse, to be abusive to this man in the shop and attack him because he's homophobic and he has an issue with this gay book, basically.
For the adult to decide.
Who's the target market?
So if you've got genuine concerns, the person at the till isn't going to be the person.
But he is, because he's LGBT, and he said himself that's why he doesn't care. No, you said you don't care because you're LGBT. Like I'm saying, no. No.
So he's attacking him for being LGBT.
Bit hostile.
What a scumbag.
Right. What it is, there's child safeguarding concerns around this book, as it explicitly outlines how to use sex apps.
Here, on the back, it's got concerns. Situation funny, real life, so it knows what.
What does it say? What are you trying to do?
Honestly explicit in parts.
Right. So how old would someone be to be buying that book?
It would be up to the adults.
So if a child came in, it was on the young adults.
We don't sell that. No, it wasn't.
No, you said it was supposed to be. But you said it was supposed to be. I've got it on film, remember? Yes, but you remember you said it was supposed to be over there.
It's teenage concerns.
Right. You said it was supposed to be. Yeah. So it's supposed to be for the young adults. So who's the target market then? If it's supposed to go on there,
adults.
No.
Who is buying?
But it's young adults. It says young adults. You said it's supposed to be over there with the young adults.
I'm going to interrupt a little bit, sorry, because it's...
I wish you wouldn't, because I'm trying to do something.
I know,
but you're doing nothing.
But I am. I'm doing something.
You're not.
I am. Look, I'm doing loads.
You're not.
Yeah, I'll take one of these. Take one of them and see what I'm up to. Child safeguarding is offensive. That's the issue. That's the issue.
You're not.
Child safeguarding is an issue. Sorry?
I think coming into a shop and upsetting people could be...
Upsetting people? I'm trying to establish at what age can children buy this book from.
And that is a valid concern.
And
Thank you.
And I've said to you, it would be up to the adults.
But it's on the... You said it's supposed to be on the young adult shelf, but you haven't got space for it. So if it's on the young adult shelf...
Teenagers.
So how old is the question?
So teenagers.
So 12, 13 you said already that you'd be willing to sell that book to. No. That's what you said, it's on film.
You might get further bringing it up with, like, the Waterstones head office, because if you've got concerns, then they could, make some sort of policy, or they could issue some guidance to the people.
Possibly, but first things first, we need to spread awareness, and this is how we do this.
But it's not.
It is.
I can't spread any awareness.
No, I'm spreading the awareness. I'm coming here. I've come to talk to you about this. I'm going to publish this, and then people are going to see.
You can't, because I have to give my authorization for you to.
You don't.
You do.
In what?
Why? And if I find it, I will sue you.
You won't sue me. You'll get it taken off the internet, but you won't be able to sue me. You won't be. I promise you. I promise you.
I'd be interested to hear your point of view, but if you'd like to step outside of the shop.
Sure. Do you want to take one of these?
If you want to come outside the shop and talk to me about it, I'll
So how old can someone come and buy this book?
This woman was just trying to help and get him out of the
If
shop.
it's on the young adults page.
It's in
Duplicitous, disingenuous, LGBTQ.
Yeah, Distant
First thing you
Planet still
said was
there in the chat. No reasoning with people like that. They've made their mind up before walking in the store. Yeah, he went in there to create an agenda with a book that he's obviously already gone and looked at, read, found something wrong with. You know, maybe there's a valid point that it's supposed to be sold only to adults over 18 or whatever, and it was a bit vague that the guy didn't have an answer to that. But again, that's not his issue. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bit mad for him to score, well, he's LGBT, so that means that's why he's supporting it. That's complete discrimination. That's crazy. But yeah, Distant Planet, this guy, if you didn't see me say it, this guy often comes here in the chat, the guy whose channel this is, so I thought, let me check out his channel. But yeah, he's a scumbag as well, just sitting there bullying people, basically. If you do have an issue, cool, why don't you just go and raise that issue properly? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, is this book allowed to be sold to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, have the conversation.
LGBTQ and you don't care. That's the yes, I do know. I do know exactly who Juno is. I know exactly who Juno is. I know exactly who Juno is. You want one? There you go. Look into it.
Keeping children safe is, of course.
Is it? It depends, doesn't it? It depends what team you're on.
What team you're on?
The side of insanity and the side of delusions, or the side of reality and upkeeping to some sort of moral standard. Do you think it's all right there's a book for sale to children that explicitly outlines how to use gay sex apps, straight sex apps, any sort of sex apps for children, teenagers, he said, so 13 years old?
Honestly, I think it's so tricky because...
Is it that tricky?
Teenagers
Sex
go out
apps,
and-
sex apps, an explanation on sex
in an
apps.
ideal world, then...
Mate, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
He could, and then she started having a sensible conversation, and he couldn't take it. Because yeah, what she was about to say, teenagers have sex, innit? That is a very true thing. That doesn't mean I think they should be on sex apps, obviously, but they are doing that. So that's why she was like, it's a tricky conversation, because we should be educating them and making them, you know, supporting them to do it safely. And that guy was arguing that, you know, I know nothing about that book, so I don't know, but saying that the person who wrote it was a sex education person, etc., etc. But yeah, that's just a bully, man. That's like a bigot bully, whatever, man. Alright, big up everyone that's tuned in today. It's been a bit of a different one. We've covered some different ground. I'm going to come back to these channels. I'm going to come back to these channels and do other videos on them. Both of those channels, Paul Thorpe, Correct Not Political, and what was the other guy? I forget how to pronounce it. The other one, the one I was requested to. I'm gonna do all three of them again. Definitely Paul Thorpe and the first guy, the Iranian guy, that was like a British patriot. Absolute lunatic. But alright, it's been SJW Live. I'm usually doing these on Mondays at 9 p.m. I did it Tuesday this week. I may start doing more. I may randomly just announce I'm going to do an extra one. What I want to do soon is I'm going to... Because a lot of people in the comments like, who the fuck are you kind of thing and all of that. What gives you a right to talk on hip-hop or... So I'm going to do a video soon kind of showing a bit of my own stuff and who I am. Watching some of my own videos. So I'm going to do like a Who Is Nova Flip thing. So I can just put it on the front page and people can check it out. I'm going to do some more Eminem stuff. I had an Eminem video that's popped off this week. It's got a couple thousand views, loads of comments. Let me just check on the Twitch over here before I bounce as well. I'm going to find out if the Twitch thing worked, and I'm going to work out how to promote that a bit more. But other than that, big up everyone. And I'm